Hello, friends. Today I will take you to one of the most mysterious and interesting places in history, Easter Island. This small island located in the center of Polynesia is known for its world-famous Moai statues. These statues and other remaining monuments of Easter Island are not only a symbol of the disappearance of an ancient civilization, but also a symbol of the many questions and mysteries that remain behind it. So what is this mystery? Let's explore together the true history of Easter Island and how close we are to these hidden relics. Easter Island is a small island in the Pacific Ocean, discovered by Polynesians in the 15th century. Easter Island was first introduced to Europe in 1722 by the Dutch explorer Jacob Roggeveen. The island was absent from world maps for a long time, and only centuries later did the first information about this island and its mysterious Moai statues actually appear. Easter Island is one of the most isolated islands in Polynesia, distinguished from other islands by its natural resources and special history. The people living here were engaged in agriculture and seafaring, and developed religious beliefs that linked themselves to the gods. This has led to Easter Island becoming one of the most interesting regions in the world over time. One of the most famous elements of Easter Island is the Moai statues found on the island and believed to have been built by the island's ancient inhabitants. These statues represent human heads carved from stone, measuring 3 to 10 meters tall. The main purpose of the Moai statues is thought to be to commemorate the great ancestors of the people living on the island and to portray them as protectors of the gods and spirits. The Moai statues were built with great dedication by the island's inhabitants, and at one time some of these statues guarded sacred places at the entrance to every house on the island. The Moai statues on Easter Island provide insight into the complex belief system and social structures of Polynesian culture. One of the most famous mysteries of Easter Island is how the Moai statues were built. These giant statues are carved from stone, specifically basalt and rock, from start to finish. Experts have put forward various theories about how the Moai statues were built. According to some theories, the statues were carved from large blocks of stone and then moved by special mechanisms. Another theory is that the statues were lifted from the ground and placed in place using special methods. All this shows how the inhabitants of Easter Island built these giant statues with their engineering and construction skills and how much effort they put into them. The Moai statues were not only part of the religious beliefs of the Easter Islanders, but they also symbolized power and social status in the island's society. The Moai statues on Easter Island were used by the leaders of the time as a symbol of wealth, power, and prestige. The construction of the statues also became a social ritual, as these large constructions required collective labor and were a symbol of the entire community coming together and working together. Over time, the Moai statues represented not only the power of the community, but also the belief in the future of the island. Easter Island faced major challenges to its development and culture. The islanders were subject to natural disasters due to excessive logging and environmental changes. Excessive logging, soil erosion, climate change, and depletion of natural resources destroyed the island's ecology, and many of the Moai statues were toppled. This led to the collapse of society and the gradual collapse of the island's great civilization. It is clear that environmental changes on Easter Island directly led to the collapse of the social structure. On Easter Island, Moai statues are located in various locations, each serving a different purpose. Ahu Tongariki is one of the island's most famous and best-preserved Moai platforms. These magnificent statues symbolize the deep religious beliefs and spiritual life of the island's inhabitants. These statues are not only of religious significance, but also an indicator of cultural and social status. The worldwide recognition of the Moai statues on Easter Island attracts many tourists, and these statues still have a great influence in our time. Today, the Moai statues and other archaeological finds on Easter Island continue to be studied worldwide. Researchers use many different methods to unravel the mystery of these ancient statues and to better understand how they were built. The island's magnificent natural landscape and historical heritage are very attractive to archaeologists and historians. However, the Moai statues and other archaeological sites on Easter Island require serious protection measures due to natural disasters, tourist flows and other factors. Since 1995, Easter Island has been included in the World Cultural Heritage List by UNESCO, which has led to the adoption of many international measures to protect the island. Various conservation projects have been implemented to protect the statues, as well as cooperation between the island's inhabitants and the tourism industry. In addition, new methods are being developed to ensure the restoration and sustainable development of the ecosystem on Easter Island. Easter Island, a place that bears the traces of an ancient civilization, still has many mysteries that have not been solved today. The meaning of the Moai statues and other archaeological finds on the island has not yet been fully explained. Archaeologists and historians have been conducting research for years to unravel these mysteries. However, some of the findings are still very complex and difficult to understand. In the future, the discovery of these mysteries and further investigation of Easter Island may reveal one of the greatest and most secret issues in history. The island's tourism sector is developing every year, and more people from all over the world come to Easter Island to visit this amazing place. At the same time, it is very important to protect the island's ecosystem and cultural heritage. Faced with global warming, environmental changes and increasing tourism pressure, Easter Island requires further strengthening of protection measures. The preservation and transmission of Moai statues and other cultural monuments to future generations is extremely important from both historical and ecological points of view. Today we explored Easter Island and the mysterious history surrounding the Moai statues. As you can see, there are still many unanswered questions about this ancient island. The Moai statues still hold many uncertainties and mysteries for us. But these mysteries attract not only historians and archaeologists, but also us, the viewers. Tracing the trail of Easter Island and the Moai statues arouses a loyalty and curiosity towards each ancient monument. Thus, exploring this mystery related to our history becomes a never-ending journey. These mysterious statues of Easter Island still raise questions in our daily lives. Only time will tell how this mystery will be fully revealed in the future. In any case, the amazing and mysterious monuments of this ancient culture will still remain a magnificent target for today's researchers and scientists. If you liked the video and want to learn more about Easter Island, subscribe to our channel and continue watching our videos. Join us to learn more about this historical and mysterious place.